Anton had never considered himself someone who fell in love easily. His life was fairly orderly, an office job, evenings out with friends, and the occasional date that never led to anything serious. He was used to stability and had never been overwhelmed by strong emotions. However, all of that changed the night he met Lisa by chance. Anton first saw her in a small bar on the outskirts of the city. He had gone there with friends after a long workday, looking for something to distract him from his everyday worries. The bar was half empty, the music playing softly, and the atmosphere was relaxed. In a distant corner of the bar, Anton noticed a girl sitting alone, playing with her wine glass. Her long black hair fell over her shoulders, and her eyes seemed focused on something far away. Anton couldn't help but notice her. She looked like someone hiding deep pain behind a mask of indifference. Driven by an inner force he couldn't explain, Anton decided to approach her. This was not something he usually did, but at that moment, he felt compelled. Lisa looked up at him with a slight smile, but there was a hint of something hidden in her eyes. They began to talk. Lisa turned out to be an interesting conversationalist. She laughed at his jokes and seemed genuinely engaged in their conversation. But soon, Anton learned more about her than he had expected. Lisa didn't hide the truth. She was a woman who made her living by offering her services for money. Her confession shocked Anton, but he didn't pull away. On the contrary, something in him made him want to know more about her. In the following weeks, Anton found himself thinking about Lisa more and more. She wasn't like other women he knew. Beneath her exterior lay a story full of pain and hardship. Lisa wasn't a typical call girl. Her choice was driven by circumstances that Anton couldn't fully understand at first. She had grown up in a troubled family, was left on her own at a young age, and had been forced to fight for survival. The work she did seemed like the only way for her to maintain her independence and pay for her education, which she had been saving up for. Anton became more and more immersed in her story, and gradually, something deeper began to develop between them. He didn't see Lisa just for her profession. To him, she was a person who had gone through difficulties but remained strong. Lisa, in turn, saw in Anton someone who didn't judge her, someone who understood her and saw beyond what others saw. As time passed, Anton and Lisa began spending more time together. They walked through the city at night, sharing their dreams and fears. Anton began to realize that he had fallen in love. This feeling took him by surprise. He had never thought he could love someone with such a past. But Lisa showed him that behind labels and appearances was a person with a soul and a heart. However, their relationship couldn't be simple. Lisa continued her work, and this was a stumbling block for Anton. He understood that he couldn't ask her to quit for his sake. He didn't want to be just another person telling her how to live her life. But every time she left for work, his heart ached with jealousy and fear. One day, Anton couldn't take it anymore and asked Lisa to have an honest conversation. He told her about his feelings, how hard it was for him to accept what she did. Lisa listened quietly, then sadly admitted that she had long since lost faith in the idea that she could find someone who would accept her as she was. But Anton had proven her wrong. After that conversation, Lisa decided she wanted to change her life. She found a job at a small company, and although she had to start at the bottom, she was determined to rebuild her life. Anton supported her every step of the way, and their relationship grew stronger. Time passed, and Lisa was no longer the woman who made her living with her body. She became what she had always dreamed of, being free and independent. Their love endured all the trials, and they both realized that outward circumstances couldn't destroy what they had built. Together, Anton understood that love comes in the most unexpected forms and circumstances, and Lisa found in him not just someone who loved her, but someone who helped her believe in herself and her own strength.